Is Grant Hill available?
Bob Donato, veteran official, letting Fabit know what he's allowed to do in this situation.
Watch Flynn setting the screen on him.
Whoa! Fabit did make contact with Flynn. It's an errant pass. Devendorf at the buzzer. Oh! Good! Good! They will check it, but if it stands, it's another Syracuse buzzer beater to beat Connecticut.
How about this, guys? Look at the deflection right to him. I think it's good. Ooh.
Well, there's separation there, but it's also on all zeros.
Wow. How much closer can you get?
Let's look up here.
Boy, I
don't know.
It is simultaneous. It seems.
Now, if they cannot ascertain, they have to have signaled whether.
It's hard to. Ooh. Looks like it's still on his fingertips there.
Yeah.
With the clock at all zeros.
I don't think he got it off.
I don't think so either. Look at that.
It's still in his hands at 0-0.
Yep.
Wow. What an amazing
That's finish. On his fingertips.
Oh, my goodness. How about that?
Boy, and would you have bet live it was just barely good?
Yep, I would agree, Sean.
You wonder if the horn wasn't quite in sync with the clock going to zero because it sounded like the buzzer came after the release.
It goes clock, light, horn.
Right, I know that, but I'm saying...
But I was just saying...
We were judging by the horn live because that's what we heard.
But just on the replay, it goes clock, light, horn, and clearly the clock is at 000 and it's still touching his fingertips.
And Sean, it's very important. The referee did signal 3. Remember our Texas game at Providence? That became the rule. You must make a signal in case you cannot determine by viewing the monitor whether it's good or not. And they did have the arms up in one of our shots.
If it was a 3 or a 2, it was still going to be a win if it counted for Syracuse, but
I just don't see how this could be any good.
It's at .1 now, still in his hand. And let's congratulate our terrific crew, which has done great work all week, but Bo Garrett and Chip Dean, our producer and director, have done a terrific job showing you a number of looks that have the ball and the clock in the picture, and the officials want to make sure the clock started appropriately.
Late. Looked like it started a little bit late, did it?
A little lag of a tenth, maybe, Jay. But this is the key. Boy, what a tough situation. Oh, what a monster decision.
Boy, when that ball is in the air, in the 92 Duke-Kentucky game, taught you when that ball is in the air, it's a loose ball. You got to go up and catch that thing.
I do think it was in his fingertips, too.
John Cal, Bob Donato, and James Breeding are the officials.
Great framework. I mean, I think that's...
They're about to make a decision. And I think they're going to wave it off. They did.
And the right call.
You have to prepare yourself now for overtime.
And mentally is what you're talking about.
It's going to be a tough one for Devendorf and for Syracuse, but they've got to move on next play right now.
And, you know, the officials handled it beautifully. The signal was there. We saw that. Just in case they could not have a conclusive decision.
And I'll tell you what, our crew handled it spectacularly to get those pictures. Amazing job.
So we head to overtime. The final verdict rendered by John Cal. And it looked like they got it right. Well, the action pulsating at the end of regulation. The Garden still abuzz with the developments. The three-pointer that would have won it for Eric Devendorf at the buzzer waved off. The officials came over and told us that they did deem, and it seemed to be the case, the ball was just on his fingertips as the clock hit all zeros. So we head to overtime. And Fabit controls the tip. Both teams undefeated in overtime this year. Syracuse 3-0. And Connecticut's 1-0. They had that memorable overtime victory against Gonzaga.
The middle of that zone has been very good for UConn. They have to keep attacking it.
And here's your guy Robinson, too, on that offensive rebounding ability. And middle game.
There's enough dribble penetration into the gaps of the zone. They're just